everyone, welcome to the Crafty Maven Getaway. Today is Stash It Monday, where we encourage you to use your stash. So here I am showing you just a background paper that I'm going to use, and it's by Simple Stories. It's their basic kit that they come out with. This was a wood grain one, and I wish I would have grabbed like 5 packets of those. I also went into my Studio Calico kits. I bought them when they were all on sale for like $10 a couple years ago, and I never used them. One thing when I was going through them this time, because I kind of forgot what was in them, I noticed that they had just kind of like a hodgepodge of items and nothing really matched, so I had to go through the 5 kits that I purchased and ended up picking out some pieces that went together. So I gave it a thumbs down because I didn't like how it took up so much of that wood grain paper. So I thought maybe I'd kind of cut down the pieces and not have so much of that pattern paper. While I'm doing this though, I'm going to give it another thumbs down. And here's the reason why. Just from a designer's point of view, when I go to put my photo on this paper, and I'm going to do this right now, I'm going to be hesitant. And you're going to see me kind of pause for a minute, and I shut my camera off, and I kind of walk away, and I come back to it. Oh no, first I'm going to tell you how I'm going to cut those words out of that journaling card, which, by the way, was also from Studio Calico. And then I have this other one that says The Great Outdoors, and I'm going to cut that one out too using a circle die cut. And I'm thinking that I'm going to have them nestled in. So I give it a thumbs down and I give this one a thumbs up. And the reason why is that wood grain paper, it is gorgeous. However, the people in my photo are facing the paper. So it looked like they were facing a wood barn wall or a wood floor, like face down. And I just didn't like it. If they were facing the camera, it would have been a whole different story. But because of that, it looked really bad. So I ended up deciding to go with this other Studio Calico paper that I was going to actually use originally as a layering piece. And this one looks much better. To me, it looks like almost like sun rays, like a sun, like a sun ray, or sunrise or sunset, however you want to view it. But going around my photo, that's what it reminded me of, and it just went so much better. Again, though, if they were facing the camera, I would have had that wood grain. I would have been all over that wood grain paper. So I cut down another. I found this other Studio Calico paper. It says around here, and I cut that in a 6x6 size. And then I just inked all of my pieces with some Tim Holtz Distress ink. It's, I think, a walnut. It's a walnut color. Excuse me. Let me get some water. I am sick again with a different type of cold. I'm not kidding you. My students, you would think that working with kids that I would have a strong immune system, and I keep getting sick. Okay, so I cut around the words loving it. And then I'm going to save that scratch piece of paper, or the leftover, not the scratch, but the leftover bit, to add some more details around the layout. So I went in my stash, and I ended up finding some white cardstock to map my photo. And while I was digging through my stash, I'm going to come back with a sage green paper that I also found in my scraps. Now, one thing's funny, I have a scrap bin, and I don't know about you guys, but I rarely ever go through it, and I need to start doing it more often, or just dump all the papers, although I don't think I can. I don't think I have the heart to do it, but yeah, I need to do it because I always find a piece of paper every once in a while that goes perfect with my layout. Okay, so I'm going to cut out all the parts where actually, I don't do it on this one. I actually left it in. So normally I cut out the parts where I'm adhering my paper because I have like an obsession with adhesive. I'm not kidding you. You just saw how much I put on my paper. I do. I put a ton. But that's okay because I have a whole drawer full of adhesive. So every time I would go to Michael's, if I didn't need anything or find anything that I liked, I would just always grab an ATG refill. So that way I didn't waste my coupon. Okay, so I added some foam because I felt like everything was kind of a little flat, and I wanted to pop up that Loving It, but I wanted to keep the Great Outdoors flat. So you're going to watch me adhere the circle die cut. That was also from a journaling card. And I don't know if I mentioned, but those journaling cards also came from previous Studio Calico kits, again, that I bought for like $10. They were trying to clearance them out a couple years ago. So, and I don't know if you noticed, but in the beginning, I had quite a bit that I wanted to talk to you about as far as my layout. So I didn't have it all on fast forward just because I had, like I said, I wanted to tell you what was kind of going through my mind when I was putting this together and kind of the hiccups that I came across while creating this layout. Now next I grab some stamps, and I don't have a whole lot of stamps. I actually have a very small amount. So I gotta get creative. But I always like using stamps. I always forget about them, but when I do use them, I'm always like, why don't I use them more? Because I do like them. I used a Freckle Fawn one that I believe came also from a kit a long time ago. I think when they used to have stamps with their embellishment kits. And just created a border. Next I grabbed a My Mind's Eye label. And then I also grabbed some My Mind's Eye brads. Now those are from the India collection or Indie collection. I did not end up using them. However, stay tuned because stick around for the very end of this film because I created another layout and I end up using those brads because I created two layouts, one for my son and one for my daughter's album. Okay, so moving on, I needed something on that left-hand side, and so I got this basic gray knee-high and bow ties sticker, and then I added some Maggie Holmes label stickers, and then what else do I do? While I'm putting those stickers down, I think I don't show you, I put some stars that I used from that leftover journaling card, that mustard colored one. I ended up having 3 stars in 3 different areas, and then I ended up grabbing some brown doodlebug enamel dots, and those were called Bon Bon, I think. Okay. Then, what am I doing? Okay, this is where I thought I cut this part out, but I start grabbing some sticker sheets, and it's just because I'm trying to find anything else I might go with this layout that I also pulled. And it was just stuff from like October Afternoon to, I think it's almost all of October Afternoon. I didn't find anything though, so then this is when I created some stars. Now you are going to see a flare. I don't know where that flare came from. However, I end up switching it out for a Studio Calico one that says Here and There. And then I think that's it. What else am I going to do? I have some foam adhesive out. What am I doing, Desiree? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, the stars. Okay, that's right. So I popped up one of the stars so that way it was added a little dimension to that top cluster because the flare kind of creates some dimension, and then the Loving It had some pop-ups. So I was trying to give like the same dimension going in 3 different places. Now one thing I did notice when I switched out this flare, that Scotch Quick Dry adhesive did not keep it, like it dried, but then it popped up off the page so easily. So I have to figure out something else to adhere with. Okay, there's some close-up, guys. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today on the Crafty Maven Getaway. I hope I inspired you to use your stash. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please check out my own personal channel using the links below to find more inspiration from me. And I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.